Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I want to start out today. We're going to go back to a little bit of EPA stuff. Honestly, we're not done with it. We are done with our personal case, which you guys know the outcome of that, what we had to do and pay the fine and everything else. But unfortunately, man, there's guys that are still dealing with this stuff. There's agents swarming shops. There's people literally, their livelihood is being ruined for building race cars or trying to tune a vehicle. It's pretty sad. We completely got out of that business 100%. We don't do anything with it. We very rarely even do performance, even if the thing is carb certified, because Lord only knows what they're going to change in the future. And you guys might ask me that. You're like, well, what do you mean what they're going to change? Well, I'm going to give you guys an example. Corey Willis, owner of PPEI, big tuning company. We used to use their tuning. We still do on their carb stuff if we get somebody that wants it. Super rare we want to tune anything anymore. But if we do, it is carb compliant. Corey has been busting his ass, making his tuning better, making it carb compliant. He's been dealing with the EPA for years now. And unfortunately, the EPA came into his shop and basically went through this guy's whole life. He just got a fine the other month, a little over $3 million. I think it's $3.1 million the fine he's going to have to pay the EPA. So they really came down hard on him. He's tuned a lot of vehicles and, the guy's just trying to make a living. Now, on top of that, Corey has been all emissions on tuning. So all he's trying to do is give the trucks more horsepower, make them more efficient, use less DEF, all this stuff for his tuning. And unfortunately, it's just not good enough for the EPA, because even after giving him this fine, now they come back, and because his tuning is meeting carb compliance, he has a dyno in-house. He basically gets his tunes to meet their requirements. And now they want a step-by-step book on everything he does. How do you make this tune compliant? How do you make what horsepower level? I want each individual horsepower level. I want to see the numbers on each individual horsepower level, all this stuff. Not that he's meeting the requirements. They want to know the actual Excel spreadsheet of what he does to make his work what it is, because the guy is very smart when it comes to tuning. I'm just using an example, guys. This is not over. I mean, we're not done with this. It's only getting worse. A recent quote came out where the EPA straight up says, and there's a docket number, I'll post a picture of it and everything, they do not want people turning their everyday cars into race cars. They don't want race cars. They don't want it. They are trying their best to make us not have race cars and not live our livelihood. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. A lot of us signed the RPM Act. A lot of us are trying to push that. But unfortunately, I've had a talk with a couple of the guys that are in charge of the RPM Act. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not saying that they're bad people. But at the same time, they literally, I said, I got a fine last year. What do you guys think you can do by helping people who have shops that are dealing with these issues? Well, we really haven't got that far into it yet. So it's all the logistics and this and that, and we've got this to do with Congress and that and blah, 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 blah. So 6-7 years later down the road, they've been trying to pass this bill, but Congress is able to keep passing bills that are literally limiting us more and more and more. Why are we not making this national media coverage? Why is this not on the national news? Why is it not on Fox News, CNN, anybody? I don't care. I don't care if it's a liberal news network, Republican, it doesn't matter to me. Why is this stuff not national news in Washington? The thing is, it's all getting swept under the rug. And I keep hearing people, they're like, well, they want to keep it quiet so they can push it through. Keeping it quiet, what in the history of the world, what has gotten done quietly? I mean, let's face it. Something big is going to happen. It's well known. It's not, let's sweep it under the rug. Let's push it in with something. Let's make it quiet. It's obviously not working, or else we would have already had this bill passed 5 years ago. But, it's one of those things where I don't know if I'm not a believer in the RPM Act, but at the same time, they need to pick up the pace and get the shit done. Quit basically trying to buy this guy off or pay this guy off. It's so BS how our Congress works, where it's you got to pay everybody or pay someone off, or you got to know this guy or know that guy. We are the ones that pay the taxes. We are the ones that pay their salaries. And we're sitting here basically on our hands and knees begging them, just don't take our cars, don't take our race cars away. Leave our sports, our hobbies alone. While they're flying around their private jets, flying around, cruising around their yachts, whatever, we're sitting here just saying, please don't take our cars away. Don't take our sports away. And, you know, unfortunately, I'm still trying to figure out how to get through to Congress on this. I really am. I've been trying to figure it out. We've tried to reach out to our governor. My buddy Cletus McFarland trying to reach out to the governor. Let's talk, man. Let's get something going, especially here in Florida. I feel like our governor can push a lot. He's a very, very outspoken guy where he's not going to he doesn't take anybody's bullshit. And so if we can get him to help back us, I think that'd be a huge thing. And, you know, it's such a bad deal. Like, it's just such a bad deal what these shops are going through and what I had to go through. And they don't have anything for us. There's nothing to say, all right, man, you guys get hit by the EPA. We're going to help you out. We're trying to get, you know, SEMA. Hey, we're going to help you out. PRI, we're going to help you out with this. This is a bad deal you're in. You know, we support the products that you sell. We literally, these products are in our shows. And we're not going to, there's nothing in the books for you guys yet, but we're still trying to pass the RPM Act, sign the RPM Act. So in a way, it's like, what is the end plan here? Like, let's get this shit done. Quit slacking. A bill shouldn't take 7 or 8 years to pass. Like, we have enough signatures. There's enough people in the automotive industry. Don't tempt me to basically get in my truck and get a couple thousand of us drive to Washington, D.C. and park in the middle of the street and go see the Capitol building in person. God forbid, probably be called terrorists if we did that, just like another group did. If you go and basically go to the Capitol building where we're supposed to be able to go to hopefully fight for the things that we want. So a lot of stuff going on, guys. It's not over with. I'm pretty frustrated because it's getting to the point where it's just getting worse and worse, and they're taking more and more and more. They're taking it little by little. They're taking a little chunk here, a little chunk there, and it's very aggravating, guys. I just want you guys to know where I'm at with it. A lot of people have asked about the EPA stuff still. This is where I stand with it, and we're trying. If you guys can help me, put me in touch with someone, put me, Cletus, anybody in touch with someone that's really going to help us out, please. That would be freaking awesome. If we can get to the governor, Ron DeSantis, great. That would be awesome. If we can get to people, a senator, anybody that wants to help back us, and we can explain to them what's going on and bring national media coverage to this, bring national news coverage. Guys, the YouTube channels just aren't enough. We need more. We need to let people know what's going on. I get people that call my shop in on a weekly basis, and they're going, hey, I want to do this, 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 and this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't do that anymore. It's illegal. What do you mean it's illegal? It's illegal. The government's made it illegal. We're not allowed to do that. It's federal law. And they can't believe it. They have no idea what's going on. So, guys, I appreciate everything, guys. I appreciate the support on the channel. I appreciate the support on everything. I really hope that, you know, we can make strides in this and go forward with this. There's a lot of shops that need help with this, a lot of people, and it's literally ruining their livelihood just to pocket the government, basically, because where's that money going that we're paying? Is it going back to the EPA? Is it going back to help the environment? Or basically, is it going back to hurt more people and hurt more shops rather than going back to help save the environment? You know where I stand with it. I still, in my opinion, completely disagree with DPFs, diesel exhaust fluids, all that crap. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's, you know, I did the numbers. We're talking like a fraction of 1% is the United States and, you know, race cars and diesel pickup trucks and them causing pollution. But you guys that comment on the video and you go, well, you guys are breaking the law, this and that. Well, what about the airline industries? What about the cruise ship industries? What about the shipping industries? You don't care about them that are causing the other 98% of pollution? They're good. Screw it. They're bringing you your product. Let them go. And, you know, kind of where I stand with that, I still don't believe that having a plastic jug, a cardboard box, sure, your tailpipe emission is less, but to get that emissions, what are we sacrificing? To get less emissions out of the tailpipe, what are we sacrificing, guys? What do we sacrifice to get there, to make all these new products, to mine the precious metals, to get the plastic, to get the cardboard, to get all this crap, and then burn it in the atmosphere? What are we losing to get that? Hope you guys enjoy the video today. Thank you so much for listening. That's my quarter-ton Army truck. Or do you have a 1-ton?
I'm not gonna start talking shit on them. I love the LMTVs.
I love it. That's his job.
But so I just picked up this MK23. I've wanted one of these for a long time. They don't sell them very often. I found a really good deal on one that's been popped up. I sent old Tim down to pick it up, and now it's here. I've never driven it. Literally, that's as far as I've ever driven it. You know your truck. If you drive your truck a lot, I can see it's well worn. I'm wondering if you wanted to do a tug of war.
I don't see any other way to break a truck in that you just bought and do tug of war.
Or do you break in?
You never know. It could happen.
What about you?
All part of it.
All part of the game, right? How about whoever breaks in, you should take that part of the guy home. I take your rear axle off, I'm taking it all the way back.
Just leave with it. Just drag it all the way.
I need to stop.
It's a long way to Utah.
I got plenty of it. So, difference is, this truck is a 2003, and it's probably a 97.
Mine's a 03. That's the other one.
Okay, so it's got C7 there.
3126.
It has a C12 with like a C15 turbo, so it's got some juice. Neither one of us have lockers. It's surprising, I was a little bummed when I found out it didn't have lockers. We do have inner diff lockers, so it means we can open 6x6. We're trying a couple combinations of start 6. See how that goes. If that doesn't work, then maybe we can throw some weight on the back doors, because I weigh 30,000, you weigh 18,000.
I think I've got a counterweight in mind, so we'll see if we can add weight. Yeah, I think I got something that
If you have a counterweight in mind, then I have a counterweight in mind too.
that's fine with me.
Pull them out a little bit.
Absolutely.
You got a rope?
I got a rope.
I got shackles.
Let's do this.
What we need?
We have trucks, we got rope, we got shackles.
Fuel?
My right
I
foot,
don't even know how
right
much fuel
foot
I have.
fuel is all we need right now.
If I start popping and I run out of fuel, it's out.
back here. June 4th. Heavy D.
So guys, June 4th, mark it down on your calendars. Be ready, because we are going to have one of the biggest tug of wars ever put on at the Freedom Factory on June 4th. Heavy D Sparks is coming down, bringing down a whole truckloads of vehicles, and there's going to be a big bounty on that guy. A lot of cash involved in this, a lot of money, and it's going to be freaking huge, guys. So, June 4th, Freedom Factory, tug of wars, bring everything. We're going to have V-tread trucks. We're going to have freaking just unlimited trucks as far as weight goes. Whatever you can imagine is going to be there. We're going to try to pull Heavy D. I know he's got some stuff coming that's going to be a pretty good challenge. So guys, thank you again for watching the JH Cecil channel, and we will see you next time.